I'm Dave Morris. Will you sit down with Mayor Mick Cornett today? We take a look at possible changes coming to Tinker Air Force Base and a look ahead at this 7-day forecast. But first up, what is the mayor planning for the future of Oklahoma City? Mayor Mick Cornett won his 4th term in office Tuesday night, securing about 66% of the vote. The Oklahoman's Bill Crum and NewsOK's Tim Money spoke to Cornett today following his election victory.
I think it validates the continuum. I think when people look back over the last 20 years, when the first MAPS program was initially voted on, they've seen a gradual improvement in the city. They like the direction the city is headed, and they want to see more of it. And I think to a certain extent that's at least part of what the voters were trying to say.
Some of the largest corporations in the U.S. say the same-sex marriage bans in states like Oklahoma forces the companies to go against their values and differentiate their employees. A friend of the court brief was filed with the Federal Appeals Court hearing same-sex marriage cases from Oklahoma and Utah. Companies like Google, Starbucks, Intel, and more than 40 others said they are ultimately hurt by the laws they consider discriminatory. We spoke with the Oklahoman's Chris Castile about the brief earlier this afternoon.
Well, basically what they're saying is if you're in a state that bans same-sex marriage, then you've created some administrative burdens for couples there, for the companies dealing with employees, couples there, in terms of employee benefits and the like. But they're also saying that, if we're going to be based in a state, that has this ban that we consider discriminatory, that's the company's saying, then we may have trouble attracting the kind of people we want to work at our companies because they won't want to live in these states. So
that was a Skype interview with Chris Castile earlier today. He's a busy man. He's also working on a story about changes coming to Tinker. There are plans to expand the number of refueling planes and spend about $90 million on building more maintenance depot space. All right, turning to business news, who's responsible for inspecting those retail CNG pumps? It's a question being considered by the Corporation Commission. Our energy reporter, Paul Monies, reports state legislators asked the agency to finalize new rules. Currently, inspections are scattered among several agencies. Well, yesterday brought a conclusion to Mardi Gras, which means today was the official start of Lent. One Oklahoma City church offered the community a different spin on the traditional Ash Wednesday service, one where you didn't even have to leave your car. They called it the Ash and Dash.
There's a lot of people who, as we found out early this morning, they're on their way to work and they don't have an opportunity to go to a church service. We find out that there's a lot of, working people as far as moms who, they're there at home with their kids, and other people, as we just had a person who was, as we would call, had a disability, and so it would be difficult for them to get out of their cars or to make it to a church, and so this really makes it convenient for them.
During Ash Wednesday services, a clergy leader places ashes on the forehead of congregants in the sign of the cross. It's a symbolic way to begin Lent, which is a time for reflection and repentance in preparation for the celebration of Easter. Well, the chance for rain and snow continues into the evening hours. Just look out the window for confirmation of that. While roads might just be wet during the evening commute, overnight temperatures could lead to black ice in the morning drive. Northern and central Oklahoma could see a trace of snow, and some areas could see up to a half an inch, including right here in the metro. The snow should melt away quickly, though. Those highs expected to climb into the 50s or close to the 50s on Thursday. Then even much warmer on Friday with highs close to 70. Bring it on. The chance for winter precipitation returns, of course. It's always right around the corner, it seems, this season on Saturday. That'll do it for this edition of The Play. These stories and more, including that full-length video interview with Mayor Mick Cornett, online at newsok.com and in upcoming editions of The Oklahoman. Have a great night, everyone.